Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for calling this hearing. Ms. Umberger, you were in a Georgia state prison?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. And Ms. LeBoy, am I saying your name right?
Yes, sir.
Your daughter was in a state prison?
Yes, York Correctional.
And Georgia?
York Correctional in Connecticut.
In Connecticut?
In Niantic, Connecticut,
Okay.
yes.
Well, I want to thank both of you for coming. It's, I mean, your testimony was instructive, but that sounds kind of sterile when you put it that way. It was also moving. I know these four colleagues well. Hope we'll have another hearing on this subject. I would like to sit down with them and others and try to figure out how to address this problem.
Yeah.
I've had this discussion with Senator Booker before. I think we need to address the issue of solitary confinement in our prisons. We need to involve law enforcement. I'm hoping in another hearing we'll offer the Georgia state officials the chance to come in and tell us what happened here and offer constructive suggestions. I guess what I'm saying is I pledge to you to try to sit down and let's see if we can address this problem. I'm gonna have to leave in a second. I don't want you to be offended by that. We've got a vote going on. Dr. Sufrin, tell me your credentials again.
I'm a board-certified obstetrician gynecologist, and I also have a doctoral degree.
Yes, ma'am. And you're a professor?
I'm a professor at Johns Hopkins University.
And the medical school, or?
In the School of Medicine and at the School of Public Health.
Okay. You're a chaired professor, or?
I am not.
Okay. All right. But you represent, or you are a part of the Johns Hopkins system?
I am,
Yeah.
but I'm not representing Johns Hopkins.
I understand. Well, if we're going to solve this problem, we've got to be candid with each other. Do you have a Twitter account?
Thank you, Senator, for your question, but I'm here today to talk about my expertise on reproductive health care for incarcerated women.
Is your Twitter account jail care?
That is thank you, Senator. That is a Twitter account that is associated with a book that I published in 2017. But I'm really here today to talk about my expertise on reproductive health care and pregnancy care for incarcerated women.
On September 29th of 2018, at 3:33, I'm going to read you one of your tweets. These are your words, not mine. Quote, Piper reminding us that gathering to discuss ending incarceration of women, girls. Piper reminding us that gathering to discuss ending incarceration of women and girls is anecdote to white supremacist Kavanaugh shit show. Professor, did I read that correctly?
Thank you for reciting that. I'm really here today to talk about research and improving conditions for incarcerated pregnant women.
Were you speaking for Johns Hopkins?
Today's Senate hearing shed light on one of the most pressing human rights issues inside America's prison system: the treatment of incarcerated women. Emotional testimonies, tough questions, and heated exchanges revealed deep concerns about solitary confinement, reproductive health care, and the accountability of prison officials. The hearing began with powerful testimony from women whose loved ones endured suffering inside state prisons. One mother spoke of her daughter's struggles in a Connecticut facility, while another witness shared her own harrowing experience in a Georgia state prison. Their words moved the committee, reminders that behind every statistic lies a human life impacted by the system. Senators acknowledged that change is long overdue. Solitary confinement in particular drew sharp focus. Lawmakers signaled a desire to revisit this practice, inviting state officials to future hearings to explain conditions and offer solutions. The message was clear. Reform is not just a policy choice, it's a moral necessity. Dr. Carolyn Sufrin, a professor at Johns Hopkins University, brought medical expertise to the conversation. A board-certified obstetrician-gynecologist, she highlighted the urgent need for better reproductive health care and pregnancy care for incarcerated women. Her testimony underscored how prison conditions often ignore or even endanger women's health needs. But the focus shifted when senators questioned Dr. Sufrin about past tweets connected to her book Jail Care. In particular, a 2018 post referencing the incarceration of women and girls in the context of white supremacy and Justice Kavanaugh drew scrutiny. Dr. Sufrin clarified she was not speaking on behalf of Johns Hopkins, but the exchange highlighted the political tensions surrounding prison reform debates. Beyond policy disputes, the hearing revealed a broader struggle, balancing the pursuit of justice with political divide.
Thank you for reciting that. I'm really here today to talk about research and improving conditions for incarcerated pregnant women.
Were you speaking for Johns Hopkins when you sent this out?
I was not speaking for Johns Hopkins.
Well, I'd like to solve this problem, Professor. But we're not going to solve it with that kind of attitude. Thank you, ladies, for being here. I appreciate the courage that it took to come forward today.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
As tempted as I am, Dr. Sufrin, to take the bait.
Ensures this issue will not be ignored. But whether lawmakers can move past politics to deliver real change remains the pressing question. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and hit the subscriber button for more political showdown.